Okay, we're here just the day before the start of the Tour of California in Sacramento. We're talking with Michael Berry of Team Columbia-Highroad. Team Columbia-Highroad has just finished their press introduction, and we've got a few minutes to talk with Michael about the beginning of the season and what the expectations are for the race. So, hi. Can you tell us what's the team's expectations for this year? Are you mainly looking at supporting Mark Cavendish going for stage victories, or is there a GC hope there?
Yeah, we have. Well, clearly Mark will be, we'll be trying to win a few stages with him in the sprint stages, and then we have a few riders that can do really well in the GC as well. The team is complete. Time trialists, guys that can climb well, and then a few of us that can also support those riders. For the GC riders, and also Mark in the sprints.
Now, a lot of the courses are different this year from previous years. Have you had a chance to look at many of the new circuits?
Well, I haven't actually ridden the courses, but I've seen the profiles, and I rode some of the climbs in that a few years ago when I was here training around Santa Cruz, and I've ridden Palomar before, so I have an idea of how difficult it's going to be, but we haven't really previewed much of the course.
So, what's your expectations personally for the race? I mean, it's obviously still only February, and what are you looking to accomplish here?
Well, my first goal is just to support the team, and then my fitness is improving. I felt reasonably good at Qatar. I had a good off-season training, and I mean, if we come away winning a few stages and placing someone on the podium here would be successful. I'd be happy to have a role in that.
Okay. Going forward this season, do you know what your schedule is going to be after this race, going into the best of the European campaign?
Yeah, I have I'll race Paris-Nice next, and then Puppy Bartoli, and then after that, Pays Basque, the Ardennes Classics, Catalonia, and the Dauphiné. That's my schedule right now. Maybe a few other one-day races in there. So I'm racing quite a lot, and it's a program that I'm happy with. I raced a similar schedule last year, other than the California and Qatar. So I'm happy.
Okay, and going into the Grand Tours, any ideas yet on what the program's going to be?
No, I don't have. There's not a clear picture yet because just the way the season unfolds. But I think if I have good fitness in June, then I have a good chance of doing the Tour de France on Monday. I have a long list for all the Grand Tours right now. I know I'm reserved for the Giro, which is I'd like to do the Giro or else Catalonia, the Dauphiné, third. I'm happy doing so. Either option is good.
Now, who do you see as the favorites here? I mean, I'm assuming Levi. He seems to be training like a maniac all winter.
Yeah, Levi's clearly the favorite for the race, but we have Michael Rogers is riding really well. I think he has some good fitness now. I won't be surprised to see him do really well here. But clearly, Levi is the favorite for the race. Everybody's going to be keying off him. Christian Van de Velde, I don't know how his fitness is right now, but he did well here last year with minimal amount of training or racing before. Nothing. I don't think he really raced much before at all.
Well, he said yesterday that he hadn't been training much because it's been so cold in Chicago.
Yeah. Well, he also spent like a month in Silver City, I think.
Okay.
He's been at altitude riding.
Yeah. They said he had to.
Those guys are going to be. They'll be fit. They'll be good.
Okay.
Tom Danielson, maybe. I'm sure he's climbing well. I've heard that. But it's hard. These are early season. It's hard to know. There are very few riders in the peloton who actually raced and tested themselves, and so it's really hard to say someone is a clear favorite. It's just all based on training and fitness.
Now, Lance Armstrong. Press conference last night was crazy, extremely long. There's a lot of potential on Lance. You were a teammate of his for many years, and what I don't know if you've had a chance to talk to him since he's come back, but what's your feelings, or what do you think of his comeback?
Well, it's bringing a lot more attention to cycling, which is a great thing. Cycling's struggled a little bit in the last couple of years just with all the negative press around doping and that, and his comeback has again brought the non-cycling media, brought interest to the sport, brought interest to outside of the cycling media to the sport. So I mean, I think from that side it's a really positive thing, and I mean, it's, as far as him coming back and being in the peloton again, I don't necessarily see it as being negative at all. I think he's in a very different position than he was when he was riding before. He has to prove himself again, and I mean, I think that's like any athlete coming back. He was away for 3 years. I think there's probably I'm sure he questions his ability to be able to come back to the top level again after such a long period away. But I don't doubt at all that he'll be extremely competitive in July, even here.
Okay. So then Astana looks like it's going to be the team to beat.
Yeah, they definitely have a very complete squad with many of the best riders in the world. So everybody's going to be keen against them. And they might also have too many leaders on the team. It'll be interesting to see how the tactics play out and how they figure things out. It's a very different team than US Postal or Discovery was, where those teams were basically built around Lance, and whereas now Astana has so many proven leaders, and it's an interesting dynamic, and I think it'll bring a lot of excitement to the sport this year.
Okay. It's interesting. Casey Gibson, photographer, and I were talking, and we were both looking at possibly Swain Tough as a dark horse to possibly the podium results. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I mean, Swain he's got some great abilities, and I would never count him out here. I think he could definitely finish in the top 5. Because obviously he has a really good shot at winning the time trial. But I have no idea. Like, he looks fit, he seems happy, healthy. So why not? Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you, and good luck with your race.
Thanks.